Hey everyone, I hope you're all well. Quick vlog tonight. I have just finished my Tabata workout. I can tell you that an 8-round hang hold Tabata is not a good idea. Oh my God, it hurt. But it's done, and I've done running Tabata and kettlebell swings as well. So yeah, nice short sharp workout after a very long day and a very early start. I had this kind of moment of clarity this morning because I was travelling on the tube, and I recalled the fact that I hadn't been on a tube up until the age of 38, in the same way that I hadn't been on a healthy eating regime until the age of 38. And I remember the fact that I wouldn't get on a tube because I was so fearful of the way that it worked. I used to look at the tube map and think it looked like some sort of electricity circuit and was way too complicated for me to even think about interpreting. It just wasn't my thing, and therefore I avoided it. And I managed to work really successfully in London without using the tube until I started working for a consulting firm, and I thought that I should understand how to. And the first time I had to go to Canary Wharf, which is where I've been today, I remember being really scared. I remember sitting and looking at the tube map and thinking, how the hell do I get there? How do I navigate my way? I remember having to research on Google how I was going to do it, and still not being sure, even when I got on the train to London, arrive in St Pancras, try and find the right line. Which line was it? Then I had to change at Bank and find the DLR, whatever that was. And it was just this really difficult, scary step. And I'm sure for some people, you'll be looking at this going, oh my God, it's the easiest thing in the world. But for me, it wasn't. And that was very much then how I felt at the start of Body Coach when I first got the plan through, and I was thinking, how do I navigate my way around this? And much the same as I did with the tube, where I had to sit and be patient and take time to understand and formulate my plan and then take the brave step to go and execute that plan. It was the same thing with the Body Coach. 100 pages of information, complete gobbledygook compared to what I knew to be dieting or weight loss or whatever we call it. And of course I know now that it isn't a diet, but my mind wasn't there at that point. So I was taking in this information and going, whoa, this doesn't feel like something I've done before. This doesn't feel like a motorway. It's different and I'm not sure I like it. And I was going through the change curve, and I had to sit, absorb, understand, build my plan, think about the steps that I was going to take to make it happen in exactly the same way as I did with the tube station. And every time I try something new, these are the steps that I go through, and this is the steps that you'll go through, because new and change is hard. It doesn't matter who you are, how positive you are, how good you think you are at change. We all go through this kind of moment where it doesn't quite feel as comfortable as it does when you've done it a few times. But taking that brave step and actually going to make it happen always pays off. And I'm so glad that I've done both, because my life is so much easier as a result. And if you're thinking about, do I do it? It's too complicated, I don't know. Just sit down, absorb, understand, research, and then take that step forward, and you will be all the better for it, I promise. And on that note, I will leave you to enjoy your evening, and I'll speak to you all soon.